Hi friends, welcome to our channel. I'm Carlos. So on this week's video, we're going to talk to you about the quickest and most affordable way to build a home, either small or big, here on the island, on Pico Island, Azores. Now, this is not just our opinion. This is also how we would choose to build our next property. Spending time in a beautiful destination like the island of Pico and the Azores, the beauty that it comes, and it's all surrounded by the nature, either on land or at sea. When I see a wood structure kind of mixed in there with the nature, with the greenery, and then with the blue ocean. I don't know. I just feel it's very comforting, and I think for Laura and I, and some of the people we've talked to that have now turned towards that way, this type of build, they're very happy with it, and they're glad that they've done it. And I think we'll show you in this video why we feel this way. So a lot of people are choosing this type of build, not just here in Portugal, everywhere. I spend half my time in Canada and Portugal, so I do see. I mean, Canada. I mean, wood building with woods. It's been going on, and it's very. I mean, sometimes they call some places here like cottage. It's more like homes. There's the big ones, small ones. All different types of in the lake area, on the coast. If you're in the East Coast, or it's very popular, obviously, in the States. So this type of build, I mean, it's or lifestyle, it's really suitable for those of you that now maybe are looking towards a place like the Azores, or where we are. It's an island lifestyle to build full time or part time. Some of you that are now expats, spending, no being as a resident, or some of you that just are looking to build a vacation home. They want to spend, 2, 3 months out of the year. Again, this type of structure is very popular. Um, so basically, more space. Another type would be like if you wanted to add more space to an existing. You could be already an existing rustic home, but you have land to build something different. I have seen where they would add a wood structure. It kind of goes very well together with the character of an older home. So this is being done. So someone like you is in this position, it's perfect. Vacation rental. Some of you that maybe want to do a little bit of business and you have an empty land that you can build on, instead of building the traditional way and waiting 2, 3 years, something that will take longer. If you might want to consider something that will be a lot quicker, and we'll get more into that into the video. We'll actually how more information about the product itself. A wood property connects you to nature. Bottom line, okay. It's like no other build that does that. I mean, as far as building it. So I think if you want to be close to nature, really close, breathable product, the wood house or cabin or modular would be the way to go. So why would we consider now going with wood aside from building a traditional house from as a new build with blocks and so forth? To be honest, I mean, we actually have a design that we've created of a block home, and it's something maybe going back 4 or 5 years we would have liked to do this home, and maybe we still will when things improve. And what I mean when things improve, and why we now are considering this type of build. Simple, because we learned a lot in the last 2 or 3 years renovating our house. We've shared this in other videos, but we learned a lot, and a lot of what if we had decided to go with a new build, my God, we would still be at it. I think based on what's going on, and these things are hopefully it'll improve, but it has to do with the shortage of labor, quality of labor. The wait time nowadays. I mean, I heard somebody that tell me that they never mind because there are good builders on the island and on the islands. It's just they have a wait time. So if you want to use that builder because they're very reputable, you have to wait. It's just the way it is. So between the time you get everything set up and then waiting, it could be 2 to 3. I had someone tell me the other day 5 years. If they want to use a certain builder, it would probably be that long. So it's not like that for everybody, but this is what I'm hearing. Obviously, there's good and bad in all industries, and I'm just saying the key is to wait for a good builder. That's all I'm going to say on that. So we also wanted, I guess, less of a footprint. I mean, when you're going in the wood direction in this type of home, you have chosen obviously a good company to work with, a reputable company. Um, this could be less footprint. It's definitely a lot of people nowadays don't want to harm the environment. They want something more like that came from nature. Well, wood. what better product can you use? And I think this is why we started to lean towards this as soon as we started learning more of the possibility of having this type of structure here on the island. For those of you that only want to do a traditional home, uh, that's you're only going to do a traditional home. You'll wait. Okay, you're going to do your due diligence. You're going to get the right builder, and you will. If you have a dream of having a beautiful traditional home here on Pico Island, keep the dream alive. Okay, so and the people that are in, that falls into that category, they're just waiting. Sometimes they're pre-retirement. They got 4 or 5 years before retirement. They start the process, and then the home will be done in time for them to, when they're on the island spending more time. So I think there's so many beautiful homes that I see that are traditional, and the new ones, and the ones that were built years ago. Just like our property is about 100 years old, and a lot of character. And so I think the traditional home is still alive, and for some people that's the only way they're going to go. But there's an alternative, and this is why we're doing this video. We've been working on developing a tourism project, and obviously some of you that follow the channel over the last 3 years, you knew a little bit about that. We'll share more about it in the near future. And we will go about 3 years ago, I guess 2021, we had submitted to the government, and it was a tourism project with a bit of a character of glamping involved, right? So we then had to pull it. I think it was around COVID, mid COVID, we pulled it, reanalyzed it, and we are going to be resubmitting it in the near future. Now, what kind of build did we want? What kind of units? So we already knew that we wanted non-invasive, eco-friendly, low footprint, affordable, obviously, and something quick to order and to build. So when we started finding out more about the wood, now we also were going to have units of tents, luxury tents, safari tents. Those obviously fit all this category here that we just mentioned, all these criterias. And we also wanted to have some wood structures. Now, 3 years ago, I didn't know so much about it. I knew that at some point I'd like to have them. So forward 3 years, going through our situation that we went through, learning a lot about the construction, about the labor, about materials, and all this. We came across, someone that had a tourism business, a new one, and he chose to go with these wood cabins, houses. And right away, I'm like, oh my God. And I actually happened to know the gentleman, his family. And as soon as we went back from Canada, I said, we got to visit. We did. And wow, we were blown away by going. No, this is a place you already had was already in business. Bringing tourists in to stay there. Beautiful place, so nature driven, and I think his vacancy rate was almost 80%. I don't know. He was doing very well. The structures were holding up. The quality you can tell right off the bat, and so we decided. This is how we found this product, and we're still learning more about it. We're still getting more familiar. He's now building outside of the just tourism for himself. He's also building for the people that kind of love the product and are building their vacation home. He's building them for them, so we feel comfortable not only uh, actually getting these properties for us, having him build these properties for us inside our glamping tourism project, but to also recommend it and endorse, I guess is another word for it, to pass it on like we're doing on this video. We feel very comfortable, and we'll continue to pass on more information when we go back in the next couple of months. There's some other wood houses that he's built. We're going to go check them out, and I just think that they're amazing, and this is why we feel comfortable, like easily, because sometimes it's when you're still learning, but I think I've learned enough, and obviously I'm being honest and transparent based on what I've learned so far. And he's now has those houses there for about 3 years. He's built a few more, and they're doing very well. They look brand new basically. And later on the video we'll take you for a little tour of that day that we were there. Laura and I went through did a bit of an inspection. So let's answer the question: why would you choose a wood cabin? Why would we choose a wood cabin or house structure? It just fits very well into nature, right? So if you have already, let's say you have already a place that is all about nature, you're close, you're within, that's why you're there, and you want to build there. The wood product will suit it best. You can just imagine, getting this, you have this smaller space, you want to throw in blocks or something like that. I guess on Pico Islands of the Azores, that had a lot of lava rock. That would fit in as well. And this is one way that they built even before blocks. And that definitely fits in with nature. But don't forget, it comes with other problems. They were never insulated, the dampness, all these other things. So wood, this wood, it's breathable. It helps in that insulation part of it. And the ones that they're building now, they're fully insulated. You can insulate them so many different ways. Also, another reason why we want wood and we like wood is there's just something zen about it. Hanging out on the porch, the smell of the wood. Um, it's I don't know. Obviously, not everyone's going to feel what the Zen part of it. It probably would go away from the wood. But I think the people that have wound up buying or constructing a wood type of build will probably agree with me. The other thing, it's a low impact in the environment. I've already mentioned this, and I think this reason alone it would also be important. If you care about the environment, you want to keep a low footprint. There's not too many other options, okay? And you could have a really good structure built with wood with the low footprint. There's just, when I think about it, there's just something about being inside a wood cabin that is very calming to me. I know my cousin was, I think, in Pico. He built his own, just for himself, his own little cabin, 50 square meters. And I think about 10 years ago, I think, he's had it for 12 years. I'll just give you a quick example. And I remember, him building this. And the first time I went inside this place, I'm like, what a cute little cabin right in nature. He actually built it higher on the mountain and with a nice view. But just he's literally in nature and very private. And the smell of this cabin, I got, and over the years I've spent time up there, and it was a quick build and going on 13, maybe 14 years now. He treats it every 2 years, and it looks like it was just built. So it's a long-lasting product if you take care of it. And every time it's different. I've stayed in so many different places. I've stayed in our house, which is like I mentioned, an old rustic, traditional. I have a house. We also stay in Lage, in the other village, which is over 200 years old. I've stayed in a hotel. I've stayed in so many different types of places around when I travel. But being inside wood, it's always special. It's always different. And I love spending time when I go to my cousin. He invites me up for a barbecue, and you sit there in this cute little cabin. And I can see why people would gravitate towards that, towards building a structure like this, especially if they're in nature. The other question we could ask is why a modular prefab? It doesn't have to be wood. There's the LSF, light steel frame, but we're talking about wood in our case. So yeah, why? Okay, right off the bat, it's quick to order. You can order these nowadays. I think there's a 6 to 8 week turnover. You order it, they build it, okay, and then they deliver it. It's also easy to deliver. Most places, so, I mean, these companies are all over Europe, including Portugal and Canada, US. At the end of the day, when you say prefab, they're building them in a place. Are obviously like anything. There's reputable companies and the ones that are not reputable. There's a lot of that are not reputable from people that spend more time in this industry than I do, and that this is what they're telling me. So you always have to do your due diligence. Just take your time. And it's an affordable product. Okay, if you go nowadays, if you go by square meters to build something, it's gotten quite expensive all over, right? Including in the islands, in Portugal. So, I mean, you got a budget, you want to stick to the budget, and this is all you can build with, and you still want to build something, you have to look at alternative ways. And this is obviously an affordable way from what I've learned so far. And it's important it's affordable to us, right? Either doing in a project like the tourism project, or if we wanted to build our own little cabin somewhere else on the island. And it's the last thing that's very important is quick and easy to erect, right? So when they deliver, you get this delivered to you, all packaged. They got a team that will put this up, and I think I was told his record putting one of these up 4 to 6 weeks. No, I think like so you can just turn key it, maybe even less. Okay, this is all stuff that we could always find out more about it, but I'm pretty sure I didn't even write the note down. I just know it's very quick compared to a year, 2 years, 3 years. So These would be four main reasons why you would gravitate towards modular, towards a prefab. Okay, and in our case, a wood product. Just a little bit about the product itself, this particular product with this company, and then I'll actually take you. I'll show you. I'll go over specific information that catches my eye that has to do with the product. So, anyways, high quality. Okay, this is a certified Nordic pine. This is what most of these builders, from what I can see throughout Europe, this is what they use. It's certified. They've done all their testings. They have to follow code. So this is what they use. Now in the Azores, in this case, they might add local, a very popular local cedar just for the finishings in certain ways to even add to the insulation, just to fortify the house even more. You don't have to, and it's an option. It's one of those options. You pay a little bit more, but I know it's being used, and it's quite. I think it's brilliant that they came up with this. That they give you this option. The insulation, aside from being a breathable product, you can insulate it. Okay, there's different how much or as little as you want. Basically, different types of insulation. There they use like a sheep's wool, if I'm not mistaken, but there's different types. Okay, so that's they insulate from the bottom, even under, so the dampness doesn't get in. The roof, the ceiling, it's complete. This place continues to build. Sorry, this place continues to breathe after it's built, and this is why it's one of the best places not to have damp, because on the islands you can get that humidity, dampness, and in the traditional way you have to really protect it even more so you don't have it. So with wood, it's a different story. Now a good company will take care. They will take a lot of care in designing, in the manufacturing, and then in the build. They don't fall in any one of these three. A good company will do. And when this happens, you're going to be left with an amazing product. And this is the case from what I've seen so far that is happening here in the Azores on Pico Island. See, not all companies fall into this. They don't quality. They just want to sell. Now I see products similar to this out of China. You can buy them on the Amazon. I mean, there's a lot of this because it's popular. It is, but there's a few good companies, good reputable companies. These are the ones building all types of wood product, and these are the times these are the companies you should use. You have to do your due diligence, ask a lot of questions, and I couldn't stress that enough. Um, and I think the importance of on this video, it's important to, if any one of you is interested in this product, to find out a lot more about it, you send me an email, okay, and then I'll pass it on, and then they will and then you will connect with this source, because I think that's important. I know when I was trying to find more information on wood, I would go on the internet, I would start putting my stuff on Google. I wind up here, then you never know where you're going to wind up. It might look reputable, but it's not. And there's a lot of scams going on. So, I want to protect you guys. So just send it to me. At least if they contact you or you contact them. Either way, you contact me to kind of be in the in between, so I can kind of it's going to be the legit. It's going to be the company that I'm referring to. Okay, and I think that I'll feel a lot safer and better, especially I am sharing this information. I'm taking some responsibility in putting this out there. I just want to make sure that you get what you're supposed to get from the source. And I'm probably going a little bit overboard, but I'm serious. I think it's important because I wouldn't want anyone to wind up in some crazy company that doesn't really either exist, or if it exists, it has the lowest quality of the product. So I'm actually going to get in the computer just so I can quickly go over just a couple of features I think is important to pass on to you guys. These guys have done a lot of projects over the years. Like I mentioned, the structure is certified solid Nordic pine wood, resistant durability, quality guaranteed, has the codes that it needs to have for Europe in general, and probably beyond. So their structures are protected from the bottom to the top, all sides. You can different levels of insulation. They really go all out in wanting to protect this house. You obviously have added features. There's the walls usually have about 44 millimeter single walls. I think that you can get even more. Um, so this, I'm not going to get into all specific information. This, then you can get a direct. There's just a lot of stuff. I just want to tell you that um, the information that they will give you will touch on every little thing here, including windows, doors, the tiles on top of the roof, the different types of tiles that they can put on there, the assembly process, how easy it is to assemble. Excuse me. Um, yeah, the base that you're supposed to have so they can go on top. In most cases, it's cement base, thin, but the house sits and not quite on the cement. There's a way to aerate it, send the air through. Um, Different sizes of houses, anywhere from if you just wanted a pod of 18 square meters, the house that I went through is about 50 square meters. I think they just did one around 120 square meters. So it depends. I mean, there's types of these, uh, bungalow types, modular houses, T1s, T3s, T4s, all it's endless, but again, this information, if for some of you, obviously, also, I wouldn't want just everyone contacting this person that's not really serious. I mean, this is I'm sharing this towards the person because I know there's quite a few of you that have shared information with me that are considering either going to the islands, spending full or part time vacation. It falls more into that category. And some of them are worried about, they want to build something, but they don't want to take 3-4 years. So that's why I thought of putting this out there. And people that are kind of already kind of saying, well, this might be an option, and then you should, I definitely will put you in touch with them. So yeah, I think this is it in the product wise. You can just it's incredible. The product, the quality of this product. I mean, I know I'm saying that quite a bit, but I can't wait to build one of these. I'll be honest with you, I can't wait. Okay, so let's take you to the day that Laura and I did it. We went by to visit the property, the end product, and we were so impressed with it. Look at the view of this place. Fayal right in front of you, little pool. Incredible. Now let's go. I'm just going over some different videos here. So I just want you guys to see what these, just the product itself, where you can put these, and this is us seeing it for the first time, right? So visiting and sort of taking us back to that day where I'm like, wow, what perfect spot. I mean, and these could also go by the coast. You're a little bit higher with the views. Just can't go wrong with these. Here's another, because in this location he has 4 of these. Right, again, some more just views. See, 2 by side with some separation in the middle. They each have a little plunge pool, sauna, I believe, for communal sauna. They have barbecues. There's another product. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. There's a little jacuzzi pool. It's so nice. And this is it's about 50 square meters, this particular size right here, I remember. Very well protected. Look, forest within the forest. So here you got countryside and ocean. Let's go inside. Okay, so this is going inside. Look at the quality in here. Look at the flooring. Obviously, you could also, if you didn't want the wood, you could do vinyl or other types. All these doors open into the patio. Cute little kitchen. Don't forget that the ceiling is protected. Lots of space, even in the 50 square meters. These are the kind of units where, when I look at them, you don't need more than this. Not for us, anyways. And a lot of people we speak with, talk to, they are really looking for less is more. Let's take a look at the bedrooms. I think there's a few here that we go to the bedrooms. Part of the living space, living area, all looking out into the patio and the ocean and the island. Look how nice these rooms are. think we also have the bathroom. Here's the bathroom. And each one look differently. Make like the outside come in there. Toilet, lots of space, nice shower. You can just, I mean, it's your place. You can kind of design it inside how you want it, decor it how you want it. But just know that this is solid build. This is a solid build. All right. So I think this is just, I wanted to give you a quick tour into that day that we took, just to give you a little glimpse into the quality of this place, how beautiful they look. So let's touch a little bit on what's included and what's not included on a basic quote. Okay, so they're pretty much. I'm just using an example also here on this information I have here on my computer. Again, like I mentioned, the whole house is Nordic pine. You're going to have the flooring, anything with the flooring, the doors, pine doors, windows, double glazing, exterior finish in 184 millimeter composite panels, 44 millimeter single walls, breathable membrane, mineral wool, 50 millimeters of mineral wool. This is all type of insulation, 50 millimeters air gap, like I was mentioned, to let it breathe, 40 millimeters PC. For some of you might not really understand. Like I said, I don't know what all this meant, but I'm kind of learning, and you can continue to learn more from the source. Roof with insulated panel, roof lining, 20 millimeter roof lining, breathable membrane also on the roof, um, insulated panel imitating tiles. That's one way you can go. They also have the more traditional way. The house assembly, supply and assembly of electrical systems, the plumbing, the transport, instructions manual if you want to do it yourself. Um, all hardware. This is all included in the basic quote price that you would get. Okay. What's usually not included is the some of this there's obviously tax there. It's called VAT tax, and they would include that if it's applicable. What's not included usually it's the licensing. You have to get an architect to kind of take the project and submit it properly to the government. So that's not included. Now they might be able to do this for you. I believe they are. You might be looking at an extra 5,000 to 6,000 euros to get all this. You know, the base itself is, you're supposed to build it, but on Pico, this is something they can build for you. There's all these extras you can go. Either in the case in one of the houses, like if you want a pergola, pool, something like jacuzzi, or anything's possible. And I think this company just has a wide range of product that they can just literally add depending on what you need. The delivery between 6 to 8 weeks. So you put the order in. This is what I want. You already set on the price. 6 to 8 weeks. They will deliver. In other words, it'll take 6 to 8 weeks to build this or maybe you're buying a kit that it has exactly what you need. Might be already built. So, but that's pretty good. 6 to 8 weeks. That's pretty. And products coming in, let's say into the island, so the mainland it comes in regularly. So the transportation it would be a very easy thing to go through. Yeah, so I'm not going to get into too much more detail. The colors, different exterior finishes, all different types of ways you can paint the property. But yeah, so this is just to give you a little bit of what would be included or what would not be included in that price. Now, as far as costing, I'm going to use my own example. I got a few costings of various products. I'll just use one of them for you. I actually wrote it down here. So my own example, the place is about 52 square meters. It was an existing property that they had there. It falls under the category of a bungalow. It was like a T1, one separate bedroom, living space, kitchen, bathroom. Um, and I think when it's all said and done, the basic quote came to about 45,000 euros. And then there was some extras, about 5,000. So for about 50,000 euros, which is roughly around the budget that we have, um, you can get yourself, a really, really nice property, comfortable space, long lasting. So I'm just going to read a bit of information that came straight from the company here. It has to do with the ordering the product and how does it work, company info in general. First, budget. So, for example, the way it would work, you'd request a quote using the product from our contact details. So you'll be able to see all the different styles of their product that they already have. Obviously, there's nothing that is suited. They could actually, you can send them what you want. They will design for you. So I'm just going to read straight from here. Our homes are of the highest quality, always ensuring a low price. If you can't find what you're looking for, we can create a model for your product using in your plan, just like I mentioned, right? So this is straight from the company. Number two, transportation. Um, they deliver the structure of your home or other product throughout Europe. If you wish, in mainland Portugal and the islands, we have assembly team to assemble your structure. They're pretty well known now throughout Portugal, Europe, and now on the islands. Number three, assembly. They say our constructions leave the factory 100% produced, making assembly time very short, approximately 6 to 8 weeks of assembly with efficiency and quality, and then you will be able to enjoy your product quickly. So this is straight from them. So we obviously, from what I've learned, this is pretty much what I've been saying through the video. They just kind of stated here. So for some of you that are interested in finding out more about my experience with this product and company, send me an email. Okay, let's connect first. Again, I'm going to throw an alert here that I mentioned earlier. There's a lot of companies out there, a lot of fly-by-nights that you have to be careful. Nowadays, the internet is just full of things. You think you're clicking on the right thing, you're not, and God knows, you know. So I wouldn't want you to get into that kind of situation. Um, I also want to mention here about buying land. So if you're already interested, you're leaning towards building something on Pico Island or the Azores. You did a video not too long ago about finding a wide range of inventory, either with the land itself, parcels of land that you can build on, um, and properties itself. So yeah, there's quite a wide range. The prices that I was seeing to buy a piece of land, they all pretty much have ocean views. They're all around nature. You know, I seen a range between 15,000 euros to 45,000 euros. Obviously, it's going to depend on how big the land is. The important thing with this, when you're looking for the land for your dream property, to build your dream property, you have to make sure, and I always state this in a lot of the videos when we're talking about this product itself or real estate, is you got to make sure the land is clear and legal, number one, before purchasing. Make sure you can build on it if that's what you want to do, because some of it might just be for agriculture, or you can't build on it, do anything with it at all. Maybe it's protected. You have to make sure on these things. And then when you can build on it, it's the percentage. Yeah, it's not just to build on it. If you want something, make sure you can build it. You know, a lot of times it's going to fall between 25 and 40% if you've got a combination of urban land or even agricultural land. They'll allow you to build within those percentages, so make sure you can do it. Um, take your time finding your perfect spot. Okay, discover the islands or the island. First, yeah, and the first important thing I would say, and the last thing I would say in this matter is building your team, right? When you're going to spend more time there, you need someone to look after your taxes, your accountants, but in this case, the first thing is your notary or lawyer. We never used a lawyer; we used a notary in our case. And you might need a real estate agent as well. We bought our land and our house directly from the sellers, the owners. So it just depends on your situation. But right now, I feel that the notary we have and we've always had is one of our best friends when it has to do with this sort of thing. You know, real estate, buying land, buying a house, anything at all, legalizing something. So I couldn't stress this enough. So a little bit about the warranty. Usually it's 10 years that the warranty on these houses. Obviously, if you follow the instruction and protect them every couple of years with the product that they give you, uh, like my cousin's place, it's almost 13, 14 years old. He's been putting the product every couple of years. It looks like brand new. So these houses can really last you quite a while. So before ending this video, we just wanted to make clear that we are not trying to discourage you from doing a new build in the traditional way. We might at some point later, when things are a little bit better, more workers and so forth, we might do that dream house we had designed. But for now, this is not the time. So we're not discouraging anyone from doing your trip. That's what you're going to be doing. Don't do anything else. Take your time, wait, and then you build that home for you. Okay. We just don't want you to think that this is the only way for you to have a comfortable place to call home, either full-time or part-time on these islands, right? Either on Pico or any of the other 8 islands. There are a lot of quality traditional homes being built in the Azores. They just take a lot more time and money now. So it will be more expensive, more time. Okay, so as long as you're aware of that, I think you'll understand by now watching. If you're still watching this video, you understand that we stress that. So if you fall into the category of wanting to have something sooner than later, then you should consider an alternative option. Like that's the only way. This is what we had to do. This is the alternative, is to build something quicker, something more affordable, and that's to go prefab, modular, in our case with wood. Okay. Last thing I'll say on that is make sure it's a reputable company. Make sure that who's producing, manufacturing, designing this product has been in the business for a while, and they have a book of business that's falls under reputable. Okay, you can check into it. You can go visit some of these places. They have showrooms. Not all of them do. So I think this is why we're doing this video, is to put this in front of you. If it's a way you want to go, it's there. You can do it. Okay, just contact me, and then we'll get you connected. So we hope you found value in this video. Okay, so you contact us if you want us to share even more information of our own experience, which is ongoing with what we're doing on the island, and with this product, the relationship that we have with this builder. So just let us know. We'll connect you through it. We would love for you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We always ask that on every video because it really helps us. It helps us put these videos in front of people like you that are looking for this kind of information. Also, if you feel free to send me a comment or an email if you have any questions about anything that I can help, I will answer them. I usually get to all my questions and my comments. So that's about it. Hopefully you really enjoyed this video. I appreciate you spending this time with me, and see you on the next video.